Most residency applicants think that the most important reason that they are going to midyear is to make sure that they attend the showcase. Midyear, it's huge, it's packed, it's loud, it's constantly moving. And depending on why you are there, whether you're there as a clinician to level up your game, you're there as a residency applicant, or you're there looking for a job, midyear can either be the most strategic move you make all year long, or it can also be the single most exhausting thing you do all year long. This episode, I am breaking down 3 strategic things and moves you can make, especially as a residency applicant, to make sure that this conference is leveraged in the right way to advance whatever your professional goals are as an applicant. I'm going to tell you how you're going to get the most out of going to midyear beyond just attending the residency showcase. And this is Success in Doses. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another Monday episode of Success in Doses. I am your host, Saleh, and I am so excited to have you joining me this morning for what I hope to be a quick and straight to the point episode for this Power Monday for you. We are exactly 2 weeks away from travels and getting ready to attend ASHP's clinical meeting. Midyear is a signal that we have reached climax when it comes to preparing for application, but it can be a rather anxiety-inducing process because a lot of people show up to midyear thinking that this is what is going to make or break their application process. And I want to caution you against looking at any single thing in the continuum of this application process as it's going to make or break my application process. I want you to look at every single process in this continuum as another brick, as another tile, as another layer to what is a rather convoluted process that is going to be ever evolving from this point forward. Before we dive into today's episode, you know what I'm going to ask. I need your help growing this community. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this episode with the residency applicant, a new practitioner that is going to midyear. I am hoping that these episodes reach somebody in the moments where they need the guidance the most. That requires your assistance and your help. Without further ado, we need to dive right into it. So most residency applicants think that the most important reason that they are going to midyear is to make sure that they attend the showcase. When in actuality, I don't think so. I think a lot of the success that's had by candidates at midyear actually happens outside of the showcase. It actually happens in the people you meet in the hall, the people you meet at the conversation, the coffees, the talks, the lunch areas, the coffee line, right? Networking both across and up is going to be paramount to you having a successful midyear experience. And in this episode, I really want to walk you through all of the various things that are going on at midyear that many candidates have absolutely no idea are actually taking place, and they are missing out on unique opportunities to make some really powerful connections. And so before we get into the strategies, let's level set for a second. I think that there are 3 important questions that anyone, really, I don't care where you are professionally, anyone going to midyear should ask themselves. This is the largest gathering of clinical pharmacists in the world. There are going to be thousands of people attending this conference. And some of the people at this conference don't actually practice clinical pharmacy in the US. They are international pharmacists. If you don't have a good grasp and understanding of who all is here at this conference, you have no clue and no idea how to actually leverage this conference to give you the thing that you want the most out of it. You have a unique opportunity here to rub elbows with people that you otherwise would never have, regardless of where you are professionally, because there are so many people here, the armed forces, so many functional areas, including industry, are going to be at midyear, right? And so I want you to understand the stage that midyear is in order to make sure that you really and truly leverage it in the right way and use it for all of what you can get out of it. I've had candidates share stories with me about how their first job after residency, that connection happened at midyear. I've had people who went to midyear looking to secure a PGY2 and ended up with a job. People looking to secure industry positions as fellows and were actually offered entry roles. You have no idea what can happen here because the people you're looking for are also looking for you. And the way in which you show up can make a huge difference in what you walk away with at midyear, other than I got to meet 5 programs, I got to meet 10 programs. But really, I got to make some connections with people that are doing really amazing things that I would love to be a part of a year from now, 2 years from now. But this is what the networking component of midyear is about, and making sure that you are talking to people at all levels, not just the people you believe will serve your purpose in the interim. So let's get into it. There are 3 questions that I ask all of my co-resis to have clear answers to before they get to midyear. And those questions are, what do you want to walk away from midyear with? Can you answer that question clearly and succinctly? I want to walk away from midyear knowing exactly which programs I'm going to pursue for application. I'm going to walk away from midyear knowing exactly what my next steps actually look like beyond residency. I would like to be able to narrow this list of 30 programs I have to a solid 12 or a solid 15. I'd like to make connections with people that are working and practicing in a town that I really am into, or in a functional area I'm really into, so that after residency, I have one person in that industry that I can begin having conversations with for what my next career steps are. I want to caution you about setting ultra short-term goals for midyear. It's important that your goals for midyear transcend just, I want to know what my final programs are. It's important that you are networking with people, thinking about your 1 to 3 year professional goal. If you can do this and do it successfully, you will walk away from midyear feeling like you've actually won. Period. The next question I ask my co-resis to get clear about is, who do you want to meet? It's very important that you actually have a hit list. That's what I call it, right? But the RPDs you want to meet, do you have their name? Are they giving a talk? Because you are looking for all of the opportunities that exist for you to actually be able to isolate the RPDs outside of a showcase to have a conversation with them. That conversation doesn't need to be a 20-minute of monopolizing this person's time, but it is an opportunity for you to deliver your elevator pitch in a non-noisy manner, in a targeted manner, so that you can actually make an impression, right? Because people tell you, oh, the showcase, nobody remembers anyone. I think this is true if you come ill-prepared, but you can make an impression at showcase. It all depends on how you do that and whether or not you're conscious of your environment and your setting. So who you want to meet is a very important thing to think about, because there's an opportunity for you to reach out to these folks to find out, or look at the schedule to find out if they are presenting or if they don't participate in the showcase. Here's the shocker. There are programs that don't participate in the showcase. So if you find a program and they are not in the showcase, you should reach out to them to find out if they're doing informal coffee, if they have any time in their schedule to meet with you one-on-one. You need to take that extra step and initiative to demonstrate to them that you are interested in a conversation, especially if that opportunity won't be afforded to you in the showcase. Very important. Think about who you want to meet and think creatively about opportunities that may exist at midyear to interact with them one-on-one so you can make an impression. The third thing is, as a residency candidate or a new practitioner, you should have an idea about what areas you want to grow in clinically. If there are talks happening around these topics, I want to encourage you to attend them. This is where clinical and professional development begins. You want to be able to go sit in some really important talks and hear about what the next frontier of midyear looks like, what the next frontier of practice looks like in this area. This is where you get to meet people that are in this area that are innovating. Networking. It happens at talks like this. You'll get to see people who raise questions that are really important. People always share where they are pharmacists in. But I think it's very, very important that you make midyear about more than just the showcase, and you attend talks and you attend topic discussions around things that will actually move you forward clinically. These are the 3 questions I have for you to think about before you go to midyear. What do I want to walk away with? Who do I want to meet? And where do I actually want to grow and expose myself to clinically? Because those opportunities will also exist at midyear. So now, let's get into the practical and strategies for midyear. The number 1 strategy I have for you is to use the exhibit hall as your career lab. This is one of the most overlooked components of midyear by far, the exhibit hall. A lot of people go to the exhibit hall for the free things, the tote bags, the stress ball, the pen. People go to the exhibit hall for the popcorn and the cookies and the coffee. It's something to toss on their schedule for that day. I want to caution you against this because the exhibit hall can be a very, very powerful place for conversation, for networking. You have your professional organization booths that are at midyear. Are you interested in joining a committee? Are you interested in contributing to a professional organization? Stopping by these organizations' booths is an excellent opportunity to make a connection with somebody that actually leads that department, right? NABP's booth is one I always stop by because I always want to know what changes are coming ahead and how they are preparing for whatever cycle, the licensing cycle of the upcoming year. Don't overlook the exhibit hall's opportunity to connect you for powerful conversations. And here are some ways you can do that. Look at the schedule ahead of time and pick 5 companies you want to have these targeted conversations with and write down a few questions you want to ask them. The questions you ask these companies that you engage with should signal that you are paying attention and you are aware of the wave that the company is in currently, right? NABP right now, there's a lot of conversations about changing the structure of MPJE nationally, right? The competency statements of the NAPLEX. What are some things that you can ask NABP as a student to let them know if we had access to X, Y, and Z, it would really make a huge difference in how we register and prepare for our board examination, right? These are important conversations that you as a student don't think are valuable, but the people at the booth, these are the people that are developing these things, and they would love an opportunity to engage with you as a student going through this process. So don't underestimate the exhibit. The second strategy about midyear I have for you is about building, I call this a learning sprint. Look at the schedule and pick a topic. Pick a topic that you would like to go focus all of your educational programming around. Is it transitions of care, pain management, substance use disorder, diabetes, leadership and management, medication safety? Whatever that topic is, I want you as a residency candidate to focus all of your learning experiences and the talks you attend around this topic, because this is going to be a phenomenal opportunity for you to gain some insight. Because residency interviews will ask you certain questions like, how are some ways that you've invested in your professional development beyond the classroom? Pulling on examples at midyear can be great ways to answer this, but really have topics and things that you really want to focus on for midyear to deepen and grow your understanding and knowledge. This could fare really, really well for you, not just from a residency preparation standpoint, but a networking standpoint, because the people that get these topics accepted at midyear are position or experts in their areas. They're doing unique things in their fields. They're great people to kind of see and partner with to see what you can learn from them that could fare really, really well for you at midyear. This 4th segment is specifically for residency application candidates. You need to network with purpose. What I mean by this is all of the residency programs that you're interested in, even programs that are not participating in the residency showcase, they're going to have their residents likely presenting posters. Some RPDs actually present posters or present topics. It's important that you take these micro networking opportunities seriously. Going to poster sessions of residents allows you an opportunity to talk to the residents more intimately about what their year has been like. You can talk to them about staffing components, the work-life balance, if that's something that is important to you, right? But I think that this is one of the most overlooked opportunities for residency candidates because they all focus on the residency showcase. And what I'm telling you is the showcase is too chaotic for you to get the most out of. Next week's episode is going to be focused solely on how to have a successful residency showcase. But I want to caution you against going to midyear and thinking that the residency showcase is going to be where you do everything you need to do to make sure you're successful at midyear. It's not. These residents are people, they are out, they are about, they have obligations, they have things they need to attend, and their poster session is not attended by the masses. And so the few candidates that take the time to attend these poster sessions get a unique opportunity to talk to them, engage with them, and network with them in a manner that transcends the emails, the cold emails, and all the awkward ways in which you guys connect. If you are not going to midyear, that is okay because there's still an opportunity for you to engage with them. You can talk to these residents and ask them if they'd be willing to share a copy of their poster with you or their poster abstract with you. You can look up their poster abstract and ask them questions about their project and ask them how much support they receive through this process. You have a unique opportunity here. And the point of this episode that I wanted to make was that the showcase is cool. The showcase is important. The showcase is not a make and break deal. You need to really think about midyear as a global opportunity for you to make your mark, connect with purpose, really leverage this learning opportunity for the most. And that is all I had for you for this Monday morning. As we continue to get closer and closer to midyear, these episodes will be to the point and sharp and targeted to help you prepare. As always, I am grateful that you choose me to begin your Monday morning with. I cannot wait to meet all of you at midyear. Please like and share the episode and remember that success is incremental. It happens in doses. And today's dose, I hope, is something that opens your eyes to other ways that you can leverage midyear for your goals and your wins. As always, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. Okay, bye.